Gabriele Ubertini from Sky Italy is going to talk about VoD2live, how we can be efficient in mixing VOD and live streaming.
My name is Gabriele Ubertini. I'm working for Sky Italy in technology division, looking after anything that is engineering and innovation of video processing and distribution. Today we're going to talk about an innovation project that we are delivering across Europe with the streaming team. And it's focused on the way of being more efficient in distributing linear channel in the OTT environment. But first of all, a bit of context of what Sky is. I'm not sure you guys people are well aware of what Sky is. Sky in Europe is a major broadcasting company, mainly satellite distribution of linear channels. We are distributing across Europe in many different countries, but we have operation in 3 different locations in UK, Italy, and Germany. And we produce our own content, Sky Original. We deliver sport content, we deliver cinema content, majors, entertainment. So the main product that, as said, we are doing is delivering satellite. That's been historically, we are alive, have been more than 20 years, and we've been doing satellite distribution of linear channels. So if you look at video services that we distribute, we got our own devices and application. SkyQ is the set-top box, satellite set-top box that is the premium product that we deliver. It supports linear DTH channel, and that's the main way that we reach our customers. We have more than 500 channels across Europe, and we have delivered even OTT channels during the years. We started with companion applications, so Sky Go, Now TV. They are just a subset of what is the amount of channels that we have. But going forward, we are introducing more and more OTT channels into our set-top box. So SkyQ is becoming a hybrid set-top box. So not only DTH satellite, not only maybe digital terrestrial, but OTT in a hybrid way. So the number of channels that we are delivering is getting more and more big. And we are having now basically the copy between satellite and OTT, so more than 500. And as well, we have VoD catalog. VoD catalog is backing up basically all the content that is in the OTT linear space. So the project itself that we've been looking at is a way of being more efficient on distributing these OTT channels. Playout of linear OTT channel, pretty easy. There's a playout, there's encoder, encryption, origin server, distribution. We all know how it works. But we've been asking ourselves, why there's the need of keep producing, processing for many times the same events that are going on the VoD catalog on different linear platforms. It looks easy, so we were asking why we cannot just process the content once and distribute that in a different way on linear channels. So it seems like an easy question. We didn't exactly be sure if it was the case of using VoD content for linear could be helpful. So we started looking at scheduling of the linear channels that we had. As I told you, we had cinema, sport, entertainment. So we started looking at our cinema channel and a schedule of a week. And we started to cut out all the duplicated events that have been airing during the same week. The same way, we start looking at what VoD content was present on the same channel. And so this is a representation. So mainly, all the content of cinema channels was present in the catalog. We did the same job on entertainment channel. This is more TV series and that kind of more frequently changed the content. So the same way, VoD catalog was everywhere. We look at sport either. That was probably the most important if you think about video of linear and live. So a week of content, this is what we found. Pure linear, pure live content was only the dark green, and the light green instead is the same kind of content that is being aired 24 hours before. So it looks like, even for sport, there's a lot of repeated content and offline content. So we took a bunch of sport channels and we look at when this number of live events was getting together. And it's pretty simple and clear to understand. Everything is during the weekend, where the majority of sports events is happening in real time, in a live environment. So we put down some numbers. We took the most common live channels that we have, and we thought with this thing in mind, we counted the number of really concurrent number of live channels that we had. And we found that only 20%, 30% of those live channels are really concurrent in a concurrent way live. So what does it mean? That we can use the VoD content to make a linear channel in OTT space. So what it means, if we use VoD content, we clearly simplify the operation, because we don't have anymore a large number of live encoders and linear encoders. The VoD is easier to manage, and the processing power that we use for the linear channel can be used for something else, because we shut down live encoders. It's more resilient, VoD, clearly. And we increase the quality because of, clearly, VoD in an offline process can have a lower bitrate, saving even cost on CDN delivery and improving the quality on client side. And this solution can even give a better, a new way of delivering the OTT channels, can be personalized, because we're gonna create different timeline for each user. So what we built, pretty simple, was a manifest manipulation tool that was getting sources from different type of content, could be linear, could be VoD, and creating a simple linear 5-chunk, this is HLS, for example, live playlist. So the tools that we built during this process were three pillars. One, the encoding. We started to create pop-up channels, pop-up encoder. We were starting encoders only when they were really needed. So we needed to create an ecosystem that was highly scalable, and especially very using the scheduling. We had to create the manifest manipulation tool that was doing the magic of creating the scheduling, the live playlist, and the scheduling tool that was putting together all these things, orchestrating the happening. And this is it.
Yes, thank you, Gabriele. Any question? So you didn't mention how much saving. You say it's saving capex compared to the classical approach where you encode everything.
The numbers that we gave, I gave a picture. I mean, if you took 100% the number of today linear channels, we could get down to having 20% of the live encoders that we have today. So okay. You do the math.
Plus the playout servers, right? When you say encoders plus playout server, because it's a different system.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, in the OTT space, we don't need, in this case, anymore a playout server. It just needed a linear contribution, live encoder when it spins up, and all the rest is done with VoD assets.
So for question.
Thanks. Do you have to, in your implementation, did you have to deal with ad insertion?
Not yet, not in this phase.
And my other question is, one thing I'm not sure with Sky, but in the US, a lot of content is produced with overlays now that are sometimes timely, like promoting the next show in the schedule. Do you have any of that?
That would be considered a live event, so you spin up an encoder if you really need it, so it's a matter of orchestrating the spin up of that specific encoder when you need it. Clearly, that's more, we don't have that kind of type of channel in Europe, not that widely. It's just used for news events or stuff like this.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so one of the takeaway for people who complain about OTT business model too expensive, blah, blah, blah. So that's a way to cut your cost, play playout of VoD asset as opposed to brute force approach. Thank you, Gabriele.